All right, shalom everybody, and peace of the Lord to all those who love peace and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. I saw this so-called interview with Tucker Carlson. You know, many, sadly, many of the Christians, they consider this guy as a conservative. And obviously, what is conservative these days have totally different meaning for us as a Christian from what those people claim to be. Like, what is conservative really? This guy, he praise Andrew Tate, the one who have 1 million videos. He opened a school to teach young men how to fool women into porn. A man who accused of rape, he fly all the way there to defend him and support him. He is the one who called himself conservative, and many junkie, sadly, because in America we have a lot of junk. The junk, because we don't have school teaching, we don't have education, we don't have teachers, we don't have real teachers. Imagine Andrew Tate, he opened a university. The guy don't even have high school. And what the university will teach you, how to make your girlfriend think that you love her so she can open her legs in the front of the camera and you make it out of her $200,000 a month. That is now conservative guy. The conservative today, for those scumbags, is the one who deceive your daughter and make her a whore. Not the one who tell her go and find a good job. The one who made her a sex toy to be used and abused. A man these days, like in the old days, I remember when I was a kid, I did fight with a little girl. I was a kid. My dad, he said to me, a real man, he don't beat girls. What you have done? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? A girl? A real man, he protect the girl, not the one who beat her. That was my dad. Today, we have a scumbag that teach you that in order to be a hero, you have to beat women. We will go to that part later. So here we have interview with this scumbag, Tucker Carlson. And before I start my interview, I want you to focus with me. Take a note. I want you to do your homework. I want you to find me one thing Tucker Carlson, he agree upon Iran, Hezbollah, Hamas, and Putin don't agree upon. Just one. I challenge you. Is that fair? If he is doing journalism, like journalism work, shouldn't be he like, are you a fighter for a freedom of speech? This is why you can talk in America? Are you a person who believes that the freedom of speech is the essence of democracy? When he go to Russia, if you remember, he went to Russia to tell us that how cheap is the food in Russia. He did not ask Putin, how come in the last 30 years, not even one article I found about you wrong. Not one journalist he dared to speak against you. He go to the mall to show us how amazing Russia is. He claimed to be a Christian. Isn't it the Bible? Isn't it the Lord? He says, not by the bread only human being live, but by the word of God. Can a man who speak the word of God speak against Putin? An Orthodox priest, he said, we pray. He did not say anything. He said, we pray that this war will over in his blog. We pray that this war will over soon. They arrested him right away because he should use the word operation. Tucker Carlson, he cared for the price of sandwiches in the mall. How nice the shopping center in Moscow. And not only that, even here he is a big fat liar. He will tell you, I want to show you what $100 can do in Moscow, but he will not tell you that in Moscow people cannot afford to pay rent. He go inside the mall and he spend $100 buying a bottle of wine, some bread, I don't know what else. We can show you. This woman, she work as a cook. She is in her 50. How much she make? $300. Go check out in Moscow how much the rent for a room. You see, usually always the capital is where business is located, which means people, they make more money. But don't be deceived. You make more money, you spend more too, because rent is more expensive, food is more expensive, transportation is more expensive. I remember once a company, they offered me a job and they told me they will pay me every day $80 for parking. I said, wow, that is more what they will pay me a day for the salary. Have you ever heard of parking cost more than your salary? Yeah. So, and then I found that it's not enough. I am not making money, I'm losing money. The rent there is so expensive. I calculated the numbers. This is why they are giving you $80. Because every hour they charge you $20 for parking. You work 8 hours at least. So you end paying from your pocket extra 40. So this filthy, he go to the mall and he tell us how amazing it is in Russia.
Soviet grocery store. No.
Hold on.
Maybe the longest standing feature of Cold War propaganda in the West was the Soviet grocery store. No products, no choices, shoddily made things. And it wasn't actually propaganda, it was real. And you can look up the pictures on the internet if you want. So we thought it would be interesting to take a look at a contemporary, modern-day, 2024 Russian grocery store.
Now Russia is amazing because the grocery store is full of food, but Russian cannot buy it. Only those who have good income, they go there. Real Russian, they go and buy food from the street. Those farmers who come and they put their food in the side of the road. I mean, how scumbag you are. You will notice that all what he do, this is journalism now. This is a guy in YouTube, he is 16 years old, want to prove to you that Russia is not what you say, not what they say. This is a journalist. Why you don't ask, how come in Russia nobody protests Putin? How come in Russia anyone who go against Putin in election, he end dead, not in jail, dead. Filthy scumbag. And this is why I'm saying to you, watch carefully this interview and find me one thing, just one. Hezbollah and Hamas and Putin, who they are partners, don't agree upon. Everything he say, they support 100%. Let's go. Here, there is the chapter. Chapter looks like a Bible. The guy have chapter.
Senator, thank you very much for spending the time to have this conversation.
It's good to be with you.
So you've come out for regime change in Iran, as distinct just from taking out the nuclear sites. What does regime change look like in Iran?
Somebody else in charge.
How do you get there?
Look, that ultimately has to be a popular uprising for the people. And it's not a complicated question. Is America better off with a country that...
I apologize. You guys have a picture I forgot to take. This is my fault. All right. That's my fault. Give me a second. Yeah, like we missed the part here. We were showing you this part here. I will play it again because you did not see it. It's my fault. This software is really sometimes not really good. You click to take it off, it doesn't go. So this is Tucker Carlson in Moscow. We will go back to to the interview.
Feature, maybe the longest standing feature of Cold War propaganda in the West, was the Soviet grocery store. No products, no choices, shoddily made things. And it wasn't actually propaganda, it was real. And you can look up the pictures on the internet if you want. So we thought it would be interesting to take a look at a contemporary, modern day, 2024 Russian grocery store 2 years into sanctions. Here we go. All right, here we go. So I guess you put in 10 rubles here and you get it back when you put...
Wow. Wow. Look at the details of the movie. You put 10 ruble here, and then when you bring it back, come on, you stupid idiot. This is what many stores they do, even LD they do that. But anyway, just go. I mean, look, this is a journalist. He fly all the way to Russia to show us how you to put 10 ruble in there. It's amazing technology. I mean, do you have that?
Put the cart back. So it's free, but there's an incentive to return it.
It's free, guys.
And not just bring it to your homeless encampment. Okay.
I want to show you that Russians are smart.
This is the grocery cart escalator.
Shall I get this guy busted and show you how poor market look like? Shall we? What this guy is doing? Okay, you know. Guys, there is even cart escalator. Man, what? Can you believe it? You know, we in Russia, look what we have. We have what you don't have. Man, do you have escalator in your country? You don't have escalator in your country. The escalator in your country. Yeah. This is where the Russian, they do shopping, you idiot donkey. The escalator, huh? What a scumbag you are. Do you have escalator in your country? So you fly all the way to Russia to show us that they have escalator? Are you serious? That's deep. That is seriously deep. Look. People buying used clothes. Those are used clothing. Used. Yeah. You see, those are happy people doing shopping. Right? You cannot even find a space on the stairs. Even the stairs became a market. And this video is just 2 months ago. This is escalator. Look. We just found a concrete escalator. Tucker Carlson, you are a whore. You are literally a whore. I will not play the rest of the video because it's just an embarrassing to intelligence. He will not show you that people in Russia, they are poor. And look, this woman, she make a 330. Actually, I encourage you to go and watch all the videos, how much they make. There's tons of videos. I don't want to play it because it have copyright. There's tons of videos. How much money here do you make 100 Russian? Go check out. And this is Moscow. This is the most rich area. And then you can go check out and see what the average, or let us say the cheapest apartment to rent in Moscow. And then you will find that those people are suffering badly. And you know, on the top of that, we have a dictator, nobody dare to speak, to open his mouth, to complain. But Tucker Carlson is so proud that they have escalator. Like, can you escalate against Putin? No, but we have escalator. Oh, unbelievable. And you know, many like, wow. Yeah, they told us Soviet Union is bad. Look at Russia today. And then he will take you to the subway. What a potato you are. What a scam. What about you make a journalism about mafia in Russia, about kidnapping in Russia, about drug dealers in Russia? What about the friends of Putin? Why Putin is in the office for the last 30 years? Because your friend, he believes in democracy. What about you ask Putin to open every jail for you so you can see how people inside live? What a scumbag you are. What about you ask Putin, how is prostitution business doing in Russia and who is in control of it? Right? What a scumbag. Let us go back to the interview on love. So he asked Ted Cruz how you can change the regime. Cruz, he said to him, let us start from zero.
Senator, thank you very much for spending the time to have this conversation.
It's good to be with you.
So you've come out for regime change in Iran as distinct just from taking out the nuclear sites. What does regime change look like in Iran?
Somebody else in charge.
How do you get there?
Look, that ultimately has to be a popular uprising from the people. And it's not a complicated question. Is America better off with a country that has a leader who hates us and wants to kill us, or to have a country with a leader who likes us and wants to be friends with us? And
Definitely the latter's better.
of course.
Yeah.
And so that's not a complicated statement. Look, I believe you look across the world when you have countries that have dictators that are viciously anti-America. Venezuela, Maduro hates us. Would we be better off with Maduro out of power? Absolutely. I want our enemies out of power, and I want our friends in power.
I could not agree more. The question is, how do you get there?
Are you sure? So why you support Putin? As long you could not agree more. Huh? As long you don't agree more. Why you are defending the one who hate us most? He cannot agree more. He agree with something. Look, he just agreed with something. He don't like leaders who hate America, but he love Putin. Okay.
Of course.
And we've been trying to kill Maduro for quite some time. We have troops there, as you know.
I don't know that we've been trying to kill Maduro.
We have. And I think you know that. And
I think you know that. I think you know that. That's false. The ones who try to kill Maduro, they hire mercenaries to kill him. And those mercenaries, you idiot, they got job inside. Actually, they are hired by Maduro themselves, which means somebody bribed them to get rid of him. Yeah, we are. And you know, by the way, what that have to do with our topic today?
Okay, I don't know that.
okay, well, as a statement of fact, we have. So
we do.
Look, the senator who have connection inside the government, he do not know that. But Tucker Carlson is sure, very sure. Do you think people really that if America want to kill this guy Maduro, they will not be able to kill him in 5 seconds? Do you think really they are not capable to send one of their drones and make him shish kebab in 5 minutes? I mean, look how silly, how stupid he is. Obviously, if they make a decision to take him off, they can. Easy teasy. What a stupid you are. No, we tried, but it's not working.
Do have massive sanctions. We tried to pressure him out of office.
yeah, and there's
I'm
all
not,
kinds
not
of
aware
stuff.
of
I'm just saying there's a lot of pressure coming from various parts of the U.S. government on that government, and it's still there.
Yeah.
Same, the country of your ancestors, Cuba, 1959, we've been working on that, hasn't worked. So it's I think we both agree it's hard to do.
It absolutely is hard. And look, I think you're reasonable to ask, how do we produce that? And I think there's a distinction between what your objective is and the means to get it. There are all sorts of things I would say we would be better off. We'd be better off in China without Xi there. Should we invade China and topple Xi? Of course not.
Better off with no national debt.
There are lots of
Why you don't say better off Putin? Do he dare?
things.
Totally.
But it's good to say, all right, what are our objectives?
Right.
And so with the Ayatollah in Iran, saying you're for regime change, I don't view as complicated. I mean, the guy literally leads mobs chanting death to America. So that's not good.
Definitely not good. But the reason I think it's important to get a little more detailed about how that might happen is because there's military action in progress, which we're
What?
supporting. And the president has said clearly, including last night, that he is focused on eliminating the capacity of the Iranian government to produce nuclear weapons. You are saying we need to use military force to effect regime change.
I have not said that.
Oh, I must have.
No, I have not said that
He will put it in your mouth. Don't worry. This is Tucker Carlson.
once.
Okay.
I don't think we need to use military force to do regime change. I said I support it. I would like to see it happen. You asked me how should it happen? A popular uprising. What I've advocated for. All right, let's step back a second. You and I, we've known each other a long time. I would say we agree on about 80% of the things
I don't think so.
on Earth.
For sure.
And
For sure.
there are a lot of things, and we can get into the nitty-gritty of foreign policy as much as you want. There are a lot of things on which you and I agree, not just a little bit, but violently.
I totally agree. I was rooting for you in your last campaign, for sure.
Well, thank you. Look, you have been heroic on the border. You've been one of the clearest and best voices in the whole country on securing.
Yeah. He want to secure America by supporting Russia, attacking Ukraine, getting close to the NATO more and more, and then taking Moldova, and then surrendering Finland and taking Sweden as they tried to do before. He is very, very security person. He want to secure the border. His friend Putin is less than 600 meters away from Alaska border. He want to secure the border.
The border and the absolute crisis we're facing. And in Texas, I see it and live it every day. In COVID,
I don't want to hear this. Let's just go to the second, the COVID and the garbage. Is the U.S. best interest? Was regime change in Syria? Oh, let us go here.
Today. The question is, are we watching that now?
so I think we are. And from what you've said publicly, I think on Iran in particular, you and I disagree. And all right, let me contrast it when Obama was president. When Obama was president, you remember he talked about wanting to have military action against Syria.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I tried to keep an open mind to it. I said, okay, let me listen to the commander-in-chief, describe to me how this is in America's interest and what your plan is. And Bashar Assad was a bad guy. He was killing his own citizens, and he had chemical weapons that were very dangerous. I could conceive of a commander-in-chief laying out a plan for, okay, we're going to go in and say, grab the chemical weapons and leave. Like, I could see that if there was a real threat to America and there was a plan to prevent that, I could see supporting that. So I wanted to hear what he had to say. And I listened both in classified briefings and public questioning. And number one, their public defense of it was incoherent. So John Kerry said, we're going to engage in an unbelievably small strike. I think that's a quote. I'm like, okay, and to do what? At the time, there were 9 major rebel Islamic groups in Syria. I'm like, okay, I agree, Bashar Assad's a bad guy. You topple him. And one of the 9 other groups takes over. 7 of them were affiliated with radical Islamic terrorism. You had Al-Qaeda and Al-Nusra. I'm like, wait, how is it better to have lunatics who hate us in charge? Assad's a bad guy, but I don't want worse guys in charge. Obama administration couldn't give an answer to that. And ultimately, when you press them, John Kerry in particular, I pressed, and he would say, well, we need to defend international norms. Like, what the hell's an international norm? I don't know what it is, but I'm not interested in putting U.S. servicemen and women in harm's way to defend one.
Amen.
So I opposed the Syria attack and opposed it vocally. And it was interesting. Rand and I agreed. Rand's a friend of mine, but we agreed with that position for different reasons. What I was asking is I think the question we should ask: how does this make America safer? The Obama administration couldn't give me an answer, so I posed it. I think Iran is very different.
Let me ask what you think of how Syria wound up, because Bashar al-Assad now lives in Moscow.
Yeah.
He was taken out by our allies, and he's been replaced by a radical.
Why you don't say your friend Putin? And look here how he will hide the reason for the collapse of the Assad.
Islamist who was affiliated with ISIS. So is that a win or no?
Unclear. Look, Syria's a mess, so I've consistently opposed.
But we had a secular leader in a religious and ethnically diverse country. Now we have.
Here you see the hypocrisy of this filthy man. Secular, yes, he was secular, but after the war, this guy is not in charge of the country no more. It was Iran. This guy never been in Syria. He don't even know what Syria is about. He don't even know what the capital of Syria possibly. Assad, he gave more than 2 million Iranian Shia citizenship to come and live as citizen in Syria in order to be dominant Shia country. He gave more than 600,000 Shia from Afghanistan, gave them citizenship. He is bringing Shia from everybody, and they call him secular. Secular, my ass, you idiot. In the appearance, yes, but he was supporting Hamas, which means he is a secular to deceive us wearing a suit, but in reality, he is a criminal. For me, I prefer, by the way, I prefer the Assad than those, just to make it clear, because at least he don't care what people dress and what people eat. He cares for you speak against him or not. You speak against him, you are dead. That's the only thing about him secular. Anything else, you are dead. If not this stupid Assad and his stupidity, we will not reach this point. All the weapon coming to Hezbollah is coming from Assad. He's defending Assad now, supposedly. You know, he said the Assad is better and the terrorists are worst. But in reality, both of them are terrorists. Who is the one who was defending Assad? Hezbollah, Iran. They brought militants from everywhere in the world, including the terrorists of Putin, Wagner. It's a fact. And now we will see why the Russian and why the Syrian and what happened. I mean, what happened to this Assad? Why now he is in Russia? Can you tell us?
Of a religious extremist, Islamic religious extremist, who's overseen the purge of Christians and Alawites. Is that better? That doesn't seem
well,
like
look,
a win.
one of the things you said is you said he was taken out by.
This guy is worried about the Christians, but he defends Hamas. His best friend is Andrew Tate.
Let me explain something to you. You know whose fault it is that Taliban has reconquered Afghanistan? It's the fault of hoes. You heard me, hoes. Western. It's your fault. Because the Taliban were only fighting against the American war machine to try and preserve their way of life, because they understood that if you liberate females, you end up with the Western female. The Western female is brutally in near every way. You know what? I have a lot of Muslim friends in London, and they look around sometimes, tap me on the shoulder and say, there's girls in England, but there's no wives. And they're
there's wives in Taliban in Afghanistan. This is the best friend of Andrew Tate. He support Taliban, he called them heroes, and now Taliban who beat women. You see, I mean, Western women are bad. Muslim women are good because we beat them. Western women, they are feminine. But Muslim men are having a good, she's a wife. What wife, you idiot? I mean, look who's talking about wife and husband, a pimp. Look who is schooling you about what is the value of wife. So Taliban, they fought because they want to free. By the way, you stupid idiot, Taliban fought nobody. You are a donkey, you are mentally ill, and you are sick, and you are a bastard. They did not take Afghanistan by fight. You stupid idiot. American, they decide to withdraw because it's not worth it no more. 20 years occupation, they spend a lot of money in this stupid country. You are a certified donkey. The excuse to be there is to fight Al-Qaeda. No Qaeda no more. Osama bin Laden is dead. Trump, he's trying to save money. He says we will go out. They did not win the war. They did not rescue Afghanistan. They did not conquer it, you stupid idiot. They flipped the title upside down. This can be true if the Taliban, they attack and the American, they run. But the American and the Taliban, they knew that the American, they will leave in this day exactly. Trump, he said the date. Go search it right now. Trump, when he was in the office, 2017, he decided to leave Afghanistan in this year. But supposedly he will win the election and he will be the president then, which 4 years after. But he was not the president, it was Biden. So this is not because they run. Conquer, rescue, feminine, you know, I mean a whore. You are a whore. You see, you are talking about whores. Let me tell you something about whore. Whore is not necessarily the woman who open her legs, it's the pimp too. You are a whore. Your business is whores. The first time I heard about his name, honest to God, people, they say to me, I start banning people. People say, this guy Andrew Tate convert to Islam. So I blocked the first one. The second one, I mean, what is this? It's just annoying. So I type his name to see who is this Andrew Tate. The first thing I saw, it was him masturbating. I clicked. It was this guy masturbating. He himself, he's a whore. He make videos masturbating for girls to pay him. Whore is not only a woman. You are a gigolo. Gigolo. You are a whore. Aren't you the one who get paid for sex? You see how stupid, and this is the friend of Tucker Carlson. But we will go back to the interview.
Our allies, I don't think that's right. Israel didn't take Assad out. What happened, and I'll tell you.
What about Turkey?
Turkey didn't take him out. So it was interesting.
Let me tell you how this stupid Tucker Carlson, how he hide the truth. The only reason for Assad to fail down, that Putin, he sold him out. You see, if you remember when those people attack, I told you, if you remember, who remember? When they were attacking, I said, there's no way the Assad will fail down. Why? Because Putin is his side. I mean, all what he need, 2 airplanes from Putin to destroy all those terrorists coming to take him. But Putin, he did not move. Putin is the one who told him, your time is up. He have an agreement with those terrorists. He sold them. The Israeli, they destroy Hezbollah, the one who was defending the Assad. Wonderful. Iran run away. Run away, all of them to Iraq. Thousands of Iranian fighters, including those who he gave them citizenship, they run out of the country. Who is the only one left to defend him? Putin. Putin did not even fart. In fact, Putin is the one who told him, you better run. I will be good to you. Bring your family and your money. Don't forget the money and come to Russia. Putin is the one who sold him. Otherwise, nobody can go and take him if Putin say no. Everything you hear is just a joke. Let us see if we can go
to our country. The dollars spent, the aid packages to Ukraine to pay the
He is wondering why we send money abroad.
retirement of civil servants in a country that we have nothing to do with. The endless support for Israel, very expensive. When people are literally buying groceries on credit in the United States, can you feel like it's nothing against Ukraine or Israel or any other country?
All right, let's stop. You said...
Look how stupid, hypocrite he is. America is spending money in Turkey, in Qatar, in Bahrain, in Saudi Arabia, in Germany, in France, in every base they have. Why America is spending money there? Let us think about it. Maybe our soldiers there, they are growing tomato. Maybe they are fighting flies and lice. Why the Americans are spending all this money abroad? Why you are worried only about Israel and Ukraine? Very simple. Israel is conquering the friends of Putin. A big money supplier for Putin. Israel is conquering Hamas, the one who Putin invited them to Moscow, calling them heroes. Ukraine is the one who is fighting Putin literally. This is why he is against those specifically. Anyone want to go against Putin, he will become the enemy of Tucker Carlson. Did you notice? He never opened his mouth against Israel. Never before. How many years he worked in Fox News? Have you ever heard him saying one statement against Israel? Never. Have you ever heard him speaking about spending? If you can show me a video, good luck. Have you ever heard him complain about Putin? Never. Why Putin spend money to go to Syria? Why you don't speak against Putin going to Syria? He don't. So Putin take over Syria is okay. American taking over Syria is wrong. Putin, he sent tens of airplanes and have bases everywhere, and now he is building a base in Libya. In Sudan he want to make a base. All over Africa he will never open his mouth. Is this guy a teenage? Don't he know that those who they are superpower, the reason they are superpower because they are exist military, not only economy. Otherwise you are nobody. So when the American, they build bases everywhere because America want to stay America, not because they are doing a charity to anybody. Anyone think that America doing charity to Israel is a fool, is a stupid, is a donkey. And anyone think that Israel is supporting America because they are doing charity, he is a fool too. Israel care for Israel. America care for America. Russia care for Russia. That is the normal thing. None of those is a charity organization. They are not the Salvation Army, you idiot. So when the Israeli are sponsored by the American, because simply the Israeli, they are the only one, the American, they can trust them in the time of war. As an example, when the American, they have war with Saddam Hussein, Erdogan did not let them use their bases. He refused. So now the American, they have to find a friend where they can store their weapon and they can get their logistic support. Which one is the one who allowed them always to do so? Israel. Saudi Arabia, when they felt they did not need America no more, they asked the American to leave the country. Israel never did. and will never do. Not because they are in love with America, but they knew that this is very important for them to have the American in their land. So why we are supporting those countries? Because this is the American interest. When they say the American interest, mean trade, economy, business, oil, gas, and strategic locations, and intelligence. Israel is the biggest hub for the American intelligence in the Middle East. So why we are supporting Israel? That is a very smart question. And it's funny that all the enemy of America is the enemy of Israel. So maybe we should not support them. Maybe we should support Hamas. Maybe we should support the Assad. I don't know, smart Tucker Carlson.
The support for Israel very expensive. How much support do we give to Israel?
Well, you tell me. You vote for it.
Yeah, it's about $3 billion a year is the military assistance.
Is that the only assistance?
Yeah, we just have military assistance. Israel does not have additional assistance.
In reality, all this assistance does not exist. And I will tell you why. If you calculate the number 3 billion, what those 3 billion would do to Israel compared to their budget for defense, it is nothing. We give the same money to Egypt, to Turkey, to many countries. In fact, when Egypt they sign agreement for peace, we agree to pay them every year. You can check in the internet how much. Why only when we give money to Israel, Tucker Carlson, he go crazy? And do we get our money back? We are having a free basis. Do we pay the Israeli a monthly money for our bases there? No. Do we pay them for using the airport, the port, the seaport? No. We don't. Most of countries, when I have a base, you have to give them a motive, the reason. We pay them money. Russia paid them money. When the Russians took over the bases in Syria, the exchange is we protect you, you give us the bases. They did not give them money because the country is collapsing. It was an opportunity to take over. Why Tucker Carlson did not complain when the American spend money and build a base in the north of Syria? The Kurdish. Why only Israel? Very strange. Don't support Israel. We have to protect the regime of Iran, Hamas, Putin, and that is the best.
There's an MOU, a memorandum of understanding, and it's $3 billion a year.
So what is it costing to support the bombing campaign to protect Israel right now from Iran?
So I don't know right now, but I'll tell you this. Let's go back to the touchstone.
Look at the deception here. Inside Israel, there's more than 100 something thousands American. In fact, in Israel, there's the biggest, I think, population of American you can find anywhere in a broad country. So, are we protecting only Israel? When those missiles they fly, is it possible to hit American bases in Israel? Is it possible to target us there too? Is it possible we'll kill many American? How many American being killed by Iran already? So when we defend Israel now, we are defending American, not really Israel. Imagine They are shooting all those missiles, and we have many airplanes. Let me ask the stupid AI. How many American troops they are in Israel right now?
While exact real-time numbers of U.S. troops, specifically in Israel, are not always publicly disclosed, here's what is known about the broader U.S. military presence in the Middle East, which includes deployments that support Israeli security. Regional presence. As of mid-2025, the United States has a significant military presence in the Middle East, with approximately 40,000 to 50,000 troops stationed across at least 19 locations in the region. This number has surged at times due to heightened tensions. Support for Israel. The U.S. has deployed assets to the region, including air defense systems like the THAAD, Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, missile interceptor system.
Yeah, this stupid AI will not tell us really. You have to read like the whole article to get the answer. I mean, the question is very simple. Israel, they want to give you all the stupid things. But listen carefully. So we have 50,000 troops in the Middle East. How much they cost a year? How much they cost a month? Why Tucker Carlson don't ask why we are protecting Saudi Arabia? Why we are protecting Emirates? Why we have soldiers in Bahrain? He will not talk about it because those are his bosses. They pay him money. The only concern he have, you notice, it is Israel. All the American troops we have everywhere, spending is not a problem. And you know, when the AI says security of Israel, it's a lie, because we have a massive number of interest of our security there. This is not about Israel. Israel is an extremely important location in the heart of the Middle East. And all superpowers are fighting to find footprint or footstep there. The Russian, the Chinese, the American, who is going to be? This is not because they are doing them a favor, but you notice how he concentrates about we should kill the Jews. This is the whole plan. We should let the Jews die. We should let the mullahs of Iran kill the Jews. This is what Tucker Carlson trying to say to you. Why we are spending money to defend Israel? Let them die. Think about it. If Tucker Carlson convinced everybody that we should take our weapon from Israel, what is the result of that will be? Leave Israel to be suffocated and all the Muslims around them slaughter them. Do you think really this coward, he care for the money of America? If he care, he should ask the American. I challenge you to ask him why he don't question America, why they have troops in Saudi Arabia. What our soldiers doing there? I'm afraid to ask AI because it will give me a stupid answer. Let us see. You know what? Hold on, let me ask Google. Maybe it's better than the stupid software. How many American soldiers right now in Saudi Arabia? Yeah, this one will not give me a voice. Will give me. Where is the number? I found a map made by Al Jazeera TV, our enemy. Let me search for it and put it in the screen. Hold on. The title is Mapping U.S. Troops and Military Bases. Mapping U.S. Troops and Military Bases in the Middle East. Here we go. This is the TV of our enemy, Al Jazeera TV, the scumbag of Hamas. Look at our troops, they are everywhere. But Tucker Carlson is only worried why we have troops in Israel. How much is costing right now? He is not concerned about our troops in Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Oman, everywhere. I mean, look how many red dots. Do we have numbers? No numbers, just a map. Let me see if I can find the numbers. Yeah, I could not find like I'm trying to find where it shows numbers, not only just red dot, but here there's a map. But anyway, I think you got the image, you got the picture, what I'm trying to say to you. This comeback is only worry about our troops only in Israel. Why we should be there? Why we should defend Israel? We should not defend Israel. Let them die. And all that, by the way, all this scam happening because Putin is #1 loser in what's happening right now. And Qatar too. You see, Qatar is a snake. In one hand, they hate the Shia. They want to kill every Shia. But Hamas is very important for them. And they knew that they don't dare to fund them with weapon. They fund them with money for charity, for food. So we send money for food. Iran is the one who give them the training, the steel, the weapon, the rockets. Qatar, they cannot do the physical part. They can do the money, the currency. They can sponsor under the title of a charity the hungry people of Gaza. The children of Gaza are dying. But Tucker Carlson will never ask why Americans are here. Look at the money. Look at the details. Look how many bases in Saudi Arabia. I hear they are saying now there's no forces in this airport no more. I don't see actually an actual numbers for now, 2025. They have old information. Yeah, this is like an old map, maybe made many years ago. But anyway, American troops are everywhere. But Tucker Carlson is not concerned about the spending abroad, only in Israel. Putin, he just issued a warning to Israel to stop the war with Iran. Let me show you the news. Here you will understand right away that Putin and Tucker Carlson, Al-Qaeda, Iran, all is in the same line. You know, when Azerbaijan attacked with Turkey Armenia, did Putin open his mouth, says, I warn you? At that time, Israel, by the way, was helping Azerbaijan. Some they might ask, why Israel helping Azerbaijan? The answer is very simple. The stupid Armenian government, they were supporting Iran and Hezbollah. Will you support my enemy? I support your enemy. Did Putin warn Israel at that time not to support Azerbaijan? Never. Did he warn Turkey not to attack Armenia? Never. The Turkish army get in the war physically. He didn't open his mouth, even though he have an agreement to protect. They have defense agreement to protect Armenia. So why Putin is so much defending Iran? Extreme number of reasons. Money. Putin, after the sanctions, Iran, they found that the only ways to buy what they need is from two countries: Russia and Turkey. The Turkish, because they are, gangs, they open their borders with Iran, but supposedly they are doing sanctions. But Iran can buy whatever they want from Turkey. The Russian, they supply Turkey with something they cannot buy from the Turkish market, which is things that the Russian only can make. And we know that all this noise and all this war happening because of what? Because Russia is the one who built those nuclear facility. Russia is the one who is arming Iran to have nukes. All of this garbage never happened, will not happen, will not be exist now, if not the filthy Putin keep building a nuclear facility one after one for the Iranian. And he knew very well that those people shout death to America, death to Israel, and they want to kill every single Jew. He knew very well that the Iranian regime, they hang anyone who convert to Christianity. But remember, he claimed to be Christian. But Putin is so worried about Iran, not about Israel, not about the Christian in Armenia, not about the Christians in Syria. He is worried about Iran. For there is a lot of money coming from building those nukes and their maintenance, and how many, I don't know how many Russian now they live in Iran to take care of those facilities. The Iranian, they cannot. The Iranian are not really the one who is actually, even the nuclear facility in Turkey is not running by the Turkish, it's running by a Russian. Do you know? In fact, it's not owned by the Turkish, it's owned by the Russian. The only nuclear facility is in Turkey to generate energy and power is owned by a Russian company. And lately, just a few months ago, Erdogan, he announced that they are planning to take over it, which means they will confiscate. This is what happened to you when you invest in Turkey. You're stupid. They let the Russian to control it for some time, and now they want to steal it from them. The excuse is this is a threat for national security. It was not when you build it. So as you see here, Putin, Tucker Carlson, Hamas, Iran, all they have one enemy and one friend. It is very funny that all of them, this woman can dance. The one, she have bigger cross behind her, but she support Andrew Tate, the pimp. All of them, they share the same. All of them, they love Putin. All of them, they hate Israel. All of them, they defend Hamas. All of them, they hate anyone hurt Hamas. Tucker Carlson, lately, he have an interview with a Christian priest from Gaza. And the Christian priest there, he told him how much suffering we have. Guys, imagine Christian prince, he is in Gaza. Do he dare to say the truth? Do I dare even to say one word of what I said now? If me myself live in Gaza, what about you make interview with Arab Christians who they are free to talk? I am an Arab Christian. Ask me. Very filthy scumbag person. The whole interview is focused in how we finish the Jews, how we kill Israel, and how we support Hamas, and how we make. He went to Saudi Arabia, he stopped praising Saudi Arabia, how wonderful it is. Saudi Arabia is the most ugly place to live in this earth. Even now, supposedly, is way better than before. The most ugly, disgusting place to live in the world is Saudi Arabia. In case you do not know, Saudi Arabia is one of the biggest oil suppliers in the world. Yet if you go in Saudi Arabia, you will find a lot of street. Most of the street don't even have asphalt. Imagine with all the oil they have. I mean, asphalt is coming from the oil. You know, asphalt, some people, they might say, asphalt is, I mean, a new product. Do you know that the Assyrian, the Chaldean, they have asphalt thousands of years ago? Yes, they have roads with asphalt. Until now in Saudi Arabia, most of the roads don't even have asphalt. Where the money goes, the royal family are the thieves. They live in palaces, fantasy palaces. The population are living in proper. If I search right now, let us do this. This is Saudi Arabia. Look, I'm not looking for Russia. It's normal to find people poor in Russia. Yeah. This is Saudi Arabia. Beggars all over the place. Tucker Carlson, he went to Saudi Arabia, tried praising Saudi Arabia, how amazing it is. Well, when he arrived in the airport, they were waiting for him with bodyguards and limousine. He didn't know anything about Saudi Arabia. This is Saudi Arabia. He will show you homeless in America. He will show you homeless in New York, in San Francisco, but he will never show you homeless all over Moscow, all over Saudi Arabia. And if you are a fool, you eat the bait they give you. Shall I show you how people live in Saudi Arabia? There's people, they have palaces you cannot imagine. Some of them, they have 400 or 500 maids and slaves. And some, they live like dogs. This is a Saudi town. Those are Saudi, those are not foreigners. This is Saudi Arabia. This is Saudi Arabia. This is Saudi Arabia. This is the villas of Saudi Arabia. Shall I show you the video of Tucker Carlson praising Saudi Arabia? He was there with the other idiot. You see what the money do? They invited them, they gave them big check. And this guy Morgan, with his name, both of them, they stopped bragging about how amazing Saudi Arabia is. It's amazing country. It is the most beautiful civilization ever you can imagine. It's not Israel. No, those Jews are not. The Saudis.
Telling off-color jokes off camera. Thank you so much.
No, my pleasure.
We're in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
We are.
I'm not even going to ask you how you wound up here, but I'm glad to see you.
Well, we're both here for the same reason, actually.
We've both gone into the oil business.
Yes.
Exactly. Why you end in Saudi Arabia? Why they brought two of the most famous journalists both in the same time? Do the Saudi give a charity? Are they welcoming you because they agree with your freedom of speech? Do the Saudi have one article written against the royal family? Why you are welcome there?
So I want to ask you, I want to start just on a very hostile note, okay? Because I feel like that's a good way to frame it.
Good. No, let's start how we mean to continue.
Zelensky is a hero. How could you say that?
They are in Saudi Arabia attacking Zelensky. Again, siding with Putin. Why does Cruz think, look, in every interview he have the same question. Listen. Why Cruz think Zelensky is hero?
In the war, but it's going to end. You're not going to see another
Do you
dollar
think
coming from
Zelensky
Congress.
wants to end the war?
I think Zelensky has behaved horribly. I think his Oval Office meeting will go down in history as the worst Oval Office meeting.
You are a big fat liar. It is you who treated him like a dog. It is you. The guy was asking you, can we trust the Russian? Then J.D. Vance, he says to him, you are rude. Have you ever heard anyone in the world he said that to his guest? I will tell you why. Because the guy, he need you. Because he's poor. You step on him. Hypocrite Ted Cruz. He never been rude to anybody. He said, yes, we have peace, but how many agreements already we signed with Putin? Coward liars. And I will tell you, this guy is a hero. Go back and check what happened when Putin he attacked. Joe Biden right away he offered Zelensky and his family refugee in America. House, villa, for sure later will give him citizenship. The Chechenian army, the filthy Chechenian army, was almost 15 kilometers from the heart of the capital. This guy did not run away. I used to look at him as a kid. He looked like a kid for me. If he listened to the stupid American and to the stupid European who they betray him, Putin now have full control of Ukraine. How in the world you say he acted horribly? You bashed him, you insulted him, you kicked him out from the White House. All of you are a bunch of scumbags. And when the Americans, they say they are defending Ukraine, it's a big fat lie. And what happened since Trump proved it? They took the money of Ukraine, they forced them to sign to take 50% of their wealth, which is more than $6 trillion, to pay $300 billion. You did not do anything for free, was it? Did this guy abandon his country? And they are questioning, do you think Zelensky want peace? Like as if he is the one who attacked Russia. Why you don't ask the same question about Putin? Do you see again, he is a Russian agent. He will not ask why Russians don't stop. Trump, he called Putin 100 times. Just yesterday, the filthy Putin, he called Trump, asking him to stop, to tell Israel to stop the attack on Iran. Can we mediate between Trump? He said to him, what about do first your war? Before you solve the war there, what about you solve your war? What a potato. What a bunch of hypocrites. Putin, he is not worried about the war. And they keep asking him stop. He keep attacking civilian, killing women and children. In the day of the Easter, go check how many people get killed. In the Easter day. People go into the church. He sent hundreds of drones made in Iran. And this is another reason we did not mention. He is so desperate to protect Iran because they are supplying him with the drones. He is short of it too.
Fairly compassionate towards the Iranian people, suggesting I know a lot of people from Iran, from New York, from Washington, mostly from New York. They're incredible people. They're smart, they're energetic. They can be difficult, but so can you. No, they're great people. They're smart people. And those people are getting the hell beat out of them now. And it's really a shame. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's another one. Russia, Ukraine is so stupid. Would have never happened if I was president. You guys agree with that? Would have never happened if I was president. Putin would have never done it. And I spoke to him yesterday, and I said, he actually offered to help mediate. I said, do me a favor. Mediate let's mediate Russia first, okay? I said, Vladimir, let's mediate Russia first. You can worry about this later. But,
how come Tucker Carlson asked the question, how come Trump, he did call him many times, let us stop the war. And Putin don't want it to stop the war. And this is what Zelensky was saying in the White House. How many agreements we have with him already to cease fire? He never respect. How we can guarantee? This is what he said in the White House. He did not insult anybody. If this Tucker Carlson, he have little dignity, you ask yourself, which one is the superpower and which one is the victims? Is it possible that Ukraine is it trying to occupy Moscow? Like when they say to you, the guy don't want to stop the war. Like who in the world have a brain will believe in such a garbage? Who is the one have nukes? The Ukrainian, in fact, they should be sponsored by law by America. Why? In case you do not know, go check the history. The Ukrainian, they used to have a lot of nukes, but they were stupid. They trusted America. The American and the Russian, they told the Ukrainian, listen, You give us your nukes, we will sign both of us to protect you from any invasion. The stupid Ukrainian, they believe the wolves. And when, I mean, imagine the one who signed to protect you is the one who attacked you. And the other guy, when Putin attacked, they run away. Biden, before the invasion, he said it clearly, let us make it clear. You can go and see the video. We will not get involved in anything. Nothing. So he gave a green light to Putin to invade. Putin, he saw it on TV. Wow, okay. Well, nobody opposed it then. Let us take it. And that's why he called it operation. He thought it's going to take less than 48 hours. He never thought that the president of Ukraine, this guy, the comedian, he's a comedian, actor, he will fight, he will stay, he will not run, and he will defend his country. They never thought that those poor people who have nothing, they can kick the ass of the Russian and the Chechenian army. So what they thought they can do in 48 hours, now it's already 3 years. European themselves, they never thought. Go check the videos. Everybody was saying, the American, the generals, the NATO, the leaders of NATO, oh, Putin will take it in 24 hours. Oh, not even maybe 6 hours. Go check it out. All the videos are there. And now they want to do with Israel the same. Why we are protecting Israel? In reality, we are now protecting nobody. Israel own nukes. They can nuke Iran in 2 minutes. And they can finish this war. All of you are a bunch of stupid. Israel is having enough nukes to nuke the whole earth. Good for them. Do you know why? Because only fool trust foreigners or foreign countries to protect them. Like what happened with the Ukrainian. If the Ukrainians still have all those weapons, all those nukes, Putin will never dare to say hello. And this was the plan of Iran. We will have nukes. Who dare to talk to us? We hit, we kill, we rob, we rape, and anyone want to open his mouth, we have nukes. Nukes is to scare the hell of everybody. And because those are terrorists, they will use it. Why not? They are terrorists. I hope my message to you is clear. The Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. All right? And the fruit of those evil so-called journalists is so clear. He never asked his friends, the Saudi, why there's no freedom of speech? Why does he speak about the Christians in the Middle East? How come you did not ask the Saudi why there's not a single church in Saudi Arabia? What happened? You killed them all? There's millions of Christians, they live permanently in Saudi Arabia. Not a single church. Can I go and find the Bible in the library in Saudi Arabia? Why there is no single Jewish synagogue in Saudi Arabia? Why there is no gays and lesbian in Saudi Arabia? Why there is nobody make an article against the crown prince or his father or his family? Same in Qatar, same in Emirates, same in Bahrain. Why Tucker Carlson concerned only about Israel? Why Israeli is so evil for him? The rest are angels and the Israeli are demons. He is an agent of Islam. He will be pleased if Iran have victory over Israel. What a scumbag you are. I want you to have a challenge to beat me up with it. Find me one thing Tucker Carlson he believe in, Putin don't agree with, Hamas don't agree with, Arab don't agree with. Just one. I remember I'm an Arab too. But I'm free. The Lord said, you'll find the truth, and the truth, when you know the truth will set you free. Those are slaves of money. Those are businessmen. They have no dignity. Their money, their God is dollar. Their boss is the one who paid them. Tell me who's your friends, I will tell you who you are. Shall we remember this? Who is the friends of Tucker Carlson? Andrew Tate, Putin, the Iranian regime. They love his program. They broadcast their program all over Iran. The videos of Tucker Carlson is the only one appear in the Russian TV. Every Islamic TV, they say even Tucker Carlson support us. I want to tell you something very important. If you ever heard Muslims praising me, that means I became the devil. Never listen to me again. That is a certificate that you became a devilish person. When the enemies of Jesus, when the enemies of the Jews, when the enemies of freedom, when the ones who capture you for making a statement or a post on Facebook, who torture you, who kill your family just for making a statement, a word, when those people, they praise you, that means you are the scum of the scum. And I'm sure you know that. The second you say the truth will hurt. And you know why I want to go against the aggressive and the strong? I go against the weak. Those are Jews, a small few minority, you know. We can spit on them, we can kill them, we can, you know, we can insult them. They are just few Jews. But do he dare to speak against Islam? Do he dare to speak against the royal family of Saudi Arabia and what's happening inside Saudi Arabia, or what's happening inside Qatar? He went to Qatar. Go check his interview there too. They invite those scumbags, and the money is always their guideline. Where is the money? So I can imagine how much money this guy is making from his propaganda. And it is for the benefit of who? You can't tell. If you check all the questions here, it's about what? Is Israel, 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 Israel. You know? It is one of that is positive about Israel. Look at the question here. Is Russia an enemy to USA?
I was triggered when you called me names. And I'm triggered once again that you're calling me a Russia defender when in fact I'm defending Western Europe. And I don't...
Really? He defends Western Europe. He is not defending Russia. Oh, he don't defend Eastern Europe. He defends Western Europe. Aha. So Russia have to take all of Eastern Europe and leave the Western Europe for now. Okay.
Don't think that you
Do you
can
think
make this-
Putin's our enemy?
Well,
Wow, that's a good question.
he's literally our enemy. You are funding a war against him.
Do you think he is our...
Look what he said. He said you are financing a war against him, so for sure he will be our enemy. He gave him a reason. Okay, before the war of Ukraine, was he our friend? when he is funding, not funding, sorry, building a nuclear facility, chemical weapon, missiles. Those Iranians, they do not know how to make any all the machines are coming from Russia. You see, when they show you that this is a missile made in Iran, do you really believe that it's made in Iran? To make something, you need a machine. Who make the machine? The Russian. Who train them to use the machine? The Russian. Who do the maintenance to the machine? The Russian. Who run the manufacture of the machine? The Russian. So if I supply the one who shout death to America and death to Israel with all kinds of machines to make bombs to kill us, is he our enemy? And is that something new? Is that after Ukraine war? Or this is what he is doing for the last 30 years? I mean, do you see how trashy, garbage he is? Oh, for sure, he will be your enemy. We are financing his enemy. I will use your logic. Hamas is financed by Iran. Hezbollah, I'm talking about the finance of weapon, not the money. The money is coming from Qatar. Hezbollah is financed money and weapon by Iran. Putin, he supports Iran. So let us think about it. I support Iran, Iran support Hezbollah, Hezbollah support Hamas, and we are not the enemy of America. And we were supporting Hamas how long before even Ukraine came to existence? I mean, existence as an independent country. Do you see how stupid he is? He is again defending the terrorist. When I build a manufacturer to the one who want to kill my kids, oh listen, I told him, disclaimer, disclaimer, I make the manufacturer for you. I don't care who you shoot with it. No, we know they will use it against who. You know very well. All the excuses that Russia is defending themselves is a fraud, for a very simple reason. I mean, this guy Putin, he can reformat the earth. He can burn it, all of it. Neither America, neither West of Europe, they are ready to attack him. They don't. And when they speak about the borders of Ukraine, there is a Russian. Hold on. There's a lot of Ukrainian inside Russia. Should we take? What about do the same? Okay, no problem. The Russian town, go to Russia. The Ukrainian towns, go to Ukraine. What about doing that? Then we will see who will lose. How come Putin did not defend the Armenian when this is all of it is Armenian and the Azerbaijan took it? He told the Armenian, no, this is the Azerbaijan land. Do you see the hypocrisy? Because now he needed Turkish. He sold the Armenian. This is why I say, and I say if there is any Jewish people here, listen to me. Never trust Trump. Never trust America. Never trust their Congress. Never trust their media. Never trust anyone you think is a friend. In the time of death and life, they will sell you out. Build your power. Be ready. For your friend, he might turn to be a knife in your back. Here we go. Now you need them, right? They are hesitating. Why? Because they don't care for you. They care what is a benefit for us. So now Trump is thinking, it's good for me, not good for me. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Maybe not. Maybe tomorrow. You know what? I will wait until to see if the Israeli are making the Israeli shish kebab. If I see them collapsing, I will join. So I will let the Israeli risk it. I don't want to risk it. You risk it, you die. They kill you, you kill them, and I will join the winner. So if the Israeli are the winner, I will join Israel. If the mullahs are the winner, I will shake hands with them and they will make a deal. They are already betraying you. And you know, this is small tiny nation. Look how much hate is against it. Many, they claim to be Christians, Orthodox, Catholic, Protestant, Muslims, even Jews, Russian, American, European, English, German, from everywhere. Hate is coming from everywhere. Zionist, you are a Zionist. Do you know what Zionist? They want to take their land back. This is their land. Should we call Putin Zionist when he claimed that Crimea is his land originally? How come one want to take their land? If you open your Bible, you stupid Putin, filthy coward, what the Bible says, where is Jesus from? Oh, he's a Palestinian. Are you sure? A bunch of scumbags. Where is David from? Where is Solomon from? Where is Mary? Where is Joseph? Where is all the prophets in your book? Where are they from? Are they German? Are they Australian? Are they Native American Indian? This is the land of the Jews, the same as Ukraine is the land of the Ukrainian. In fact, Ukraine exists before Russia. I was surprised to find out that the capital of Ukraine exists before even Moscow was ever exist. Go check it right now. Hold on. Let me ask the stupid AI. Maybe I am ignorant. Maybe I do not know what I'm talking about. At what year Moscow was established?
The founding date of Moscow was 1147.
1147. Remember the number. 1147. At what year the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv, was established?
While there are earlier archaeological findings of settlements in the area, the traditionally recognized year for the establishment of Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, is 482 CE. The city celebrated its 1,500th anniversary in 1982 based on this date. However, it's worth noting that archaeological evidence also suggests the city might have been founded in the 6th or 7th century, and some researchers in independent Ukraine propose a founding closer to the 9th century. Regardless, the 482 CE.
I clicked on it by mistake. So it goes back more than 1,500 years ago. They say to you there's no capital, there's no country is called Ukraine, there's no Ukrainian. Oh, those people, they came from the moon. The greed. Russia is the biggest country in this earth, yet they want to have more land. The same as the Chinese, the communists, they want to steal the land of the Filipinos. China claimed that Taiwan is their land. Go check it out. Taiwan never was their land. They invade Taiwan. There's indigenous who they are, and they have nothing to do with the Chinese. They want to take Singapore, they want to take Taiwan, they want to take Philippines, they want to take the whole ocean will become the Chinese sea. And if you are a journalist, you want to get paid. How to get paid? The one who pay. And the more you are famous, the more your price will be big. And I notice the more you are big, the more you turn into a pig. I don't know if you agree with me. Am I wrong? The more those journalists get big, the more turn into pig. In fact, you get so big because somebody sponsor you. And who sponsor who? Those who they are powerful. If I have Qatar behind me, do you think I will have just this audience I have now? Just check it out. They will promote my videos everywhere. I will have audience from every corner. They don't get big for no reason. They don't get famous for no reason. There's always somebody behind. YouTube hide my channel. Imagine 2 days ago we have almost 4,000 live watching. Is that correct? 3,700, 800. We finished the video. We don't even have 4,000 total view. I said, okay, maybe after a few hours the real number will appear. It's 6,000. Like, what happened? It's impossible. Because my video doesn't make them money. It's not sponsored by somebody. If I have commercial, if I have super chat, then YouTube will push my videos, because the more people watch it, the more money they make. My channel doesn't make them any benefit. What is the benefit? This guy is costing us money. He go live for free. He don't make us money. Not to forget to mention, everything he say, we stand against it, which is very important too. If I activate my super chat now, I assure you I will have way more view. But I am not for sale. I prefer lower view, truthful people who really are here for a good reason, from having bigger view of people just because somebody pushed my video there and they became curious to look and go after that, after clicking. A clickbait. Here we have something real, and we don't side with anybody except the truth. We will see what will happen in the coming days. I mentioned in a previous video that somebody told me, somebody told somebody that the Israelis are losing ground. Do you know that Israel, compared to Iran is 75 times bigger? You know, hold on. Do you know how many times? 75 times bigger. So this little tiny Israel, the whole world is against it. Tucker Carlson and all the scumbag in USA against it. The Russian against it. 1.5 billion scumbag against it. Many so-called Christians against it. And it's fighting a country 75 times bigger. A country, the population of it is more than 100 million. And yet they cannot win against it. Yet those Israeli, they go to the enemy in his house. Guys, I don't know if you saw those female pilots. Did you see them? I cannot believe it, how brave they are. How a female, she take an airplane, whatever the name of the airplane is, and she fly to the heart of the enemy. And she killed the top commanders in chief. How brave they are. Remember, they try to say to you that Jews are coward. They will show you a scenery of a bunch of people crying in the street when the rocket coming. But they will not show you the lions who go to war, and then the rats, they hide under the ground. female pilots are defeating Islam. I wonder who is the brave and who is the coward. A female, 5-foot female making you shish kebab potatoes. A female. And the Iranian liars, they claim that they arrested female pilot. But I saw the female pilots really driving the airplanes. Here we go. You know, see them? Many are females. Look how many. How brave those women are. I am, as a man, I will be really worried of falling in the ground in the heart of those who hate me most. Yet those women, they go to fight. They go to war to defend their land. And they try to give you an image that the Israelis are a bunch of cowards. Iranian media claim Israel female pilot arrested 5 days ago. And then the Iranian, to make it look like real news, they make a three, like AI, an image. You know, this is the 35. What is the female? I mean, just a bunch of liars. Yeah, show us. A bunch of cowards. They claim until now they got 3 airplane downs. In reality, they got nothing. They got only 1 drone down. It's true, 1 drone, which is drone. You know, it's not a big deal. But until now, they fail miserably, and the Israelis are wiping the floor with them, literally. Look at this. Look how the underground, how big it is, how massive. By the way, those 2 in the cars are killed by Israeli females. Those leaders in the cars are made shish kebab by those females. Look at this, city under the ground. Both of them, they are dead. What do you think about Trump? He said he would decide what to join or not in 2 weeks. I think Trump is a potato. He never been, a person of, he go to war. He is a businessman. Trump, the way he think about things, he say, do this war make me money? Maybe not. Okay, I want to go for it. If you say to him it's going to make you a lot of money, he will go tomorrow. So I don't trust Trump to do anything. I mean, this guy is a businessman. He think about things in a business way. He have a brain of a businessman. It's not about ethical. It's not about Israel is our friend. It's all about nothing personal. It's a business. All right? It is a business. If you understand Trump, you will understand that everything he do and he say, it's about business. All right? All those dots, Israeli, they attacked just as 2 days ago. I mean, look, Iran is massive, is a huge country. And this is small, tiny country is wiping the floor with them. All right? Literally wiping the floor with them.
The Israeli Air Force has redefined what it means to achieve air dominance since the launch of Operation Rising Lion. On the night of June 13th, around 200 IAF aircraft flew deep into Iranian airspace, operating for over 2 hours in enemy territory in one of the most complex and far-reaching operations in history. With precise coordination, the IAF dismantled Iran's nuclear infrastructure, crippling its ability to build nuclear weapons. It destroyed key missile systems, neutralized aerial threats, and struck critical intelligence and command centers. Senior military and intelligence figures behind Iran's terror networks were eliminated. Even 2,300 kilometers from Israel, the IAF hit its target with exact precision. This was the longest range strike in IAF history. This operation was a masterclass in modern warfare, and when Iran tried to strike back, Israel's multi-layered missile defense system was ready. A defense wall stretching from ground to space where threats, from drones to ballistic missiles, are intercepted before hitting Israel. This is how a nation is protected, not just with weapons, but with the will, strategy, and relentless precision of our soldiers. This is Israel's air power.
Yeah. If you wait for the American, you will be doomed. Never trust. You have no friends, my friend. You have no friends. None of those are your friends.
I'm here at the Soroka Hospital in Be'er Sheva, at a site where a ballistic missile launched this morning from Iran hit directly this hospital. This is exactly the face of this regime. It's a terror regime. We are targeting military targets and they are targeting civilians. They are aiming to kill as many civilians as they can. And this is exactly why we launched this operation. We cannot allow Iran obtain nuclear weapons. We cannot allow Iran obtain ballistic missiles. It's an existential threat for Israel. It's an imminent threat for Israel. We will do whatever we can in order to dismantle this threat.
All right. So, you know, Trump, the way I see him, is a potato. He left Israeli to fight. He will wait and see if the Israeli are able, actually, for me, I think the Israeli should not care of Trump. Just use little nuke and destroy that facility. It's far away from any city. There's no civilian there. Get your tiny nuke, just tiny nuke, and nuke that facility where they hide it down deep in the ground. This way you do not need America, you do not need anybody. Finish your business and you are victorious. And I want Israeli to learn their lesson. Never trust Trump. Never trust America. Never trust Europe. Never trust anybody. You trust them, you are doomed. When you go to war, always remember, I am alone. And remember one thing, you have to be back to God. Because if the Lord is with me, who could be against me? My advice to the Israeli, go back to God. He is the only one can support you. And then you support yourself. Those are businessmen. They will sell you out for $1. And they will buy you for $1. You have no friends. This is why you have to be ready. You have to be strong. And you have to be vigilant. And never trust. Trust is going to be your death. Israel, they signed many peace agreements. I assure you, Israel, none of them is real. Those enemy who sign agreement with you, because today you are strong. Don't relax, don't sleep. Don't think, don't believe that they want peace, because those are the motive to kill you is a religious motive. If your neighbor are Muslims, did they change their book? Do they have a new revelation says be nice to the Jews? No. Their prophet command them to kill all the Jews. All the Jews. Not some of the Jews. And Muhammad, he made that clear. And in case you have a bad memory, we can remind you. Muhammad the filthy, he prophesied. Oh, hold on. He told them that you are going to fight the Jews. And you will kill them. And when the Jew, he will hide behind a tree or a rock. The tree and the rock, the stone, even stones, they want to kill the Jews. Even trees, they want to kill the Jews. Everybody hate the Jews. Every scumbag. If you go to church and those church are teaching you to hate the Jews, ask them how hypocrite they are. How come when we speak against Islam, they say don't teach hate? But the second we say Jews, they go so like they are ready to fight. Jews, yeah. Stay away from those churches. Any channel teach you to hate the Jews, spit on the floor and leave. They are hypocrite. They are coward and they are fraud. Saturday first, Sunday next. This is what those Muslims believe, which means they will kill the Jews first, they finish them, and they will kill the Christians second. In fact, they finished the Jews long time ago, and they were focusing on the Christians. That's why they occupy all of Europe almost, all of Spain, Bulgaria, Romania, you name it. Italy, they went all the way to France. Am I lying? Check history. Why they went all the way there? Because there's no more Jews. The Jews are gone. They thought they are disappeared. And suddenly, what happened? The Jews are back? We thought we finished them. So they were focusing in killing you and your children, taking your cities and your towns one after one. And now you forgot? The Jews, now they are the wall against them to take you. If they finish them, they will come to you back again. All the hatred now is on Israel. If there is no Israel, ask yourself, where is the hate of Islam will go? Let me guess. They will be peaceful. You know, they will change their heart. They love peace. I mean, those people, they even kill each other. They slaughter each other. Even the caliphate of Muhammad just died, they start killing each other. All the caliphate after Muhammad killed by Muslims. The family of Muhammad killed by Muslims. Umar, he tried to burn the house of Fatima. He kicked her. He made her lose her baby and later she died. One of the leaders of Muhammad, he killed a Muslim. He cut his head. He raped his wife. During the time he was cooking the head. He cooked the head. And those are the best of Islam. Do you remember when the Muslim, what they did when they come to Jerusalem? Go check it out. Go read the Pact of Umar. A Christian cannot ride a donkey facing the head of the donkey. You have to face the ass of the donkey. Can you believe it? A Christian have to shave his head to look stupid and funny. A Christian, if you want to wear a cross, it have to be almost 15 kilograms. Who can carry such a cross in his neck? A Muslim can come to your house and sleep and eat for 3 days, 3 nights. You have no right to ask him why you are here. He just knock at your door. He go to your bedroom. He sleep, he eat, you serve him 3 days. Go check it out. And this filthy Tucker Carlson asking why we should support Israel. A bunch of scumbags. You are next, my friend. The Israeli taking your pain for now. If they finish Israel, if they were able to be victorious, you will be the target. I mean, they are targeting you already, a long time ago, you know. Nothing new, right? I mean, are we ignorant about history? Are we? I can play for you the videos what they teach in their mosque. They want to take Rome, the Vatican. Like, why you want to take Vatican? What you have to do with the Vatican? Or, and then you will fund somebody. He claimed to be Catholic, you know, and he attacked Israel. He's a Catholic, you know. I mean, how in the world those people think? They dream to kill you. Their map is about slaughtering you. If they take Rome, are they going to stop? No. No, 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 no. It's just a start. Not the end. He is saying death, death to America.
Hamas, founded in 1988, is designated by the United States and European Union as a terrorist organization. Over the past few years, Hamas terrorist attacks and actions have made news. A week before fighting erupted in Gaza, Hamas's leader from Damascus put an end to a short-lived truce with Israel. This, in their own voices, is Hamas.
He will take Rome, the Rome, the capital of the Catholic. The same they took the Constantinople. The same. Tell those stupid idiots who hate Israel what they are preparing for them. I saw in Spain, I saw in Ireland, I saw the Irish cheering for Hamas. What a bunch of scumbag filthy. You forgot? You forgot they occupy you for hundreds of years, you coward? You occupied how many women they rape of yours? What a filthy scumbag you are.
هي عاصمة الكاثوليك أو الصليبية التي أعلنت عداءها للإسلام.
The Vatican, Rome, is the enemy of Islam. Why? Because they refuse to convert to Islam. We have to kill them. They have to kill the Pope. This is the Muslim now. This is not in the time of Muhammad. This is now. The stupid Pope, the previous one, every day Gaza, 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 Gaza. And those are the people of Gaza. Every day this has come back. Thank God he's gone. Crime of Gaza. We feel sorry for Gaza. Support Gaza. Tell the Israelis stop. And look what they are thinking about you. They are coming to you. This is how stupid those so-called church leaders. They are like a chicken praising the KFC. How glorious they are.
ستكون عاصمتهم نقطة متقدمة للفتوحات الإسلامية التي تنساح في أوروبا كلها ثم تلتفت إلى الأمريكتين بل إلى أوروبا الشرقية. أنتم الأعلون.
Hamas leaders call for the annihilation of Israel and of all Jews, for death to and annihilation of America, and for the Islamic conquest of the world.
أيها الأمريكان سيعاقبكم الله أن يعلن الله الحرب عليكم يا آكلي الربا. العلم الأمريكي بفضل الله سبحانه وتعالى.
And the stupid Tucker Carlson saying why we should support Israel. What a scumbag bastard you are. You are a whore. you are literally a whore. There's many kinds of prostitution. There's the one who uses his private part, male or female, prostitute. And there's ones who use their mouth. I guess you are the one who uses his mouth. You are a whore. With no shame. I know this topic is not good for many, but who care? We are here to say the truth, and the truth will set you free. And again, I want to remind you as last thing, find me one thing Tucker Carlson agree upon, Hamas, Iran, Putin, and all the enemy of USA don't agree upon. All the enemy of Christians don't agree upon. All the enemies of the Jews don't agree. All of them, they are united in one opinion. It's a magical. Whatever Putin he want, Tucker Carlson want. Whatever Iran want, Tucker Carlson want. He claimed to be a journalist, but he never asked his friends. All those countries he praised, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Emirat, Bahrain, Putin, why there's no freedom of speech in your country? Why there's no freedom of religion? He speak for freedom. He want to defend the freedom. He want to tell you the truth. But he never mentioned the truth. But he can take you and show you that in Russia they have escalator. I mean, it's an amazing country. You can take your cart with the escalator. He can tell you that in Russia you can have a cart. There is a cart in Russia, in the mall. There is a cart.
At a contemporary, modern-day, 2024 Russian grocery store, 2 years into sanctions. Here we go.
Here we go, here we go. Show us the cart.
All right. Here we go. So I guess you put in 10 rubles here, and you get it back when you...
He went all the way to Russia to show us how you can get the cart. It's amazing. What about you go and check how many people get arrested and never been seen again? What a stupid idiot. Guys, do you know this is serious? And then Tucker, what happened after? You took the card now. Okay, you explained to us how to use the card. Thank you very much. In our village, we don't have it. Like, we never been in LD before. Okay, what happened now?
Grocery cart escalator.
Wow.
This is designed, I'm figuring this out now.
What a best commercial advertising for the mall in Russia. This is Tucker Carlson. I mean, this is a very serious topic. He is investigating Russia for you. Like, you know what? He said to himself, why I want to go check how many homeless in the street? The crimes, the mafia. What about, I asked Putin, what is the percentage of prostitution from the workforces inside Russia? What about the Chechenian mafia? The drugs? No, those are not important. Look at the cart. It can go up by itself. This is amazing? This is the important. So thank you, Tucker Carlson. You are really a man of knowledge and truth. I didn't know that. In Russia they have escalator. Man, I never thought about it this way. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know? Yeah, we don't know that. All right? Like, I don't know what to say. And your friend, he was teaching us how to support Taliban. I mean, and you know, what about you tell us that in Russia, people, they make a salary of $330 and they will never do shopping in those places. What a scumbag you are. He go to the shop, the grocery. He said, I want to show you what $100 do. And then what he buy? One bottle of wine, a bread. I mean, nothing. Walmart is way cheaper. But you know, just always think about it. When we say Walmart is cheaper, We are comparing about what you make in America and what they make in Russia. Look, this woman, she is a cook. How much money she make? $300. She have to pay for her food. She have to pay for rent. She have to feed her kids. And Tucker Carlson want to show you how amazing Russia is. Again, by the way, I'm not against Russia. I am not. If you are here thinking I hate Russia, that's the last thing I will ever do. I pray for Russia to be wealthy and healthy. But Putin, Russia, is a scumbag. And such a person is a liar. Because Russians are not living in a honeymoon land. The majority are so poor. There's a few. They are the gang of Putin. Kadyrov and the Chechenian and the mafia and the drug dealers. Those are the one, the rich, the billionaires, the trillionaires. The rest are very poor. This is reality. In all countries where they have a dictator, they always make a lot of programs to tell you how amazing that dictator is. And Tucker Carlson, he just told you that Putin is not what you think. Look, look, see how the card go up by itself. And you say to me that Russia is not advanced. Do you still really want to believe the propaganda of the West? You are wrong. You better be smart like Tucker Carlson. You know, there's some Russian, they have yacht in every territory. They don't even have the same yacht. Like I have a yacht in Europe, different yacht in Japan. The same guy, he owned many yachts, not only one. And there is people, they live like dogs. That is Russia, my friend. Tucker Carlson want to show you the homeless in San Francisco. But he will not show you the madness in Russia. He will not show you that in some areas people don't even make not even $50 a month. He want to show you Russia, which is Russia. How cheap it is. Not the Russia, the real one. The poor one, which is the majority. What those people want to show you have nothing to do. Everybody have his propaganda. And again, I'm not saying Russia is bad. I'm saying the truth. That in Russia there's people, they are so poor. Horribly poor. Hey, Tucker Carlson, what about you make a program about this panty? You can say, look, in Russia, women, they have panties. That's really good. I mean, Russia became advanced. Obviously, people who don't have money, they should not be wearing panties. You are going to the mall? Who shop in the mall? All right, I think we have enough for today. I better go and do shopping in the mall. Maybe I can find a country women there, they wear panties. Because look like Tucker Carlson's wife never wear panty. And she never saw a cart before. He was shocked to see a cart. Like, what? This is for real? The Russian, they have a cart? And the cart go up by itself? What?
Where the wheels don't move,
The wheel don't move even. I mean, guys, can you believe it? I'm going up and the wheels don't move. This is a very serious investigation of the biggest journalist in the world. This is all happening in Russia as we speak. Wheels don't move. Like you go up, they don't move. Is that normal? No way. What kind of technology is that? sucker? I mean, that's the best investigation ever in your history career as a journalist. I hope you will not flag my video for copyright of discovery.
Lock on the grocery cart escalator.
Look! And by the way, it's broken. Look, guys, he made the camera guy go down. I mean, hilarious. Hilarious, stupid. But I want to tell you, he thinks the audience, and he's right, most of the audience are stupid. Nobody really noticed that this is an insult to our intelligence. What about you go to the bathroom and show them how they flush the water there, like shit, and do it. We want to see how the Russians do it. Can you show us the Russian way of shitting? Shit upon you? Which, this is the most famous journalist in the world. That's so deep. I want to write a book. I will make this like a cover. I will make a cover of my book about Tucker Carlson, and I will make this, but he might sue me for copyright. No problem. I will go somewhere and take the same picture of the mall, and I'll take a picture and make it a Tucker Carlson discovery. The wheel don't move. Einstein theory proven wrong. Against the gravity. Newton is wrong. The Russian got him busted. As the Chinese, they say, he left as a donkey, never come back as a horse. What you will buy now?
Retail placement here is a little bit different. So it's like walking through Macy's to get to Whole Foods. Okay.
You have to walk like walking through Macy's to get the food. Guys, I better go. I better go, seriously. I mean, this sick bastard, he make me sick. And sorry for using those words, but I have to use them. They are fraud. So I want to say thank you all for being here. Leave your comment. You don't have to agree with me. As you know, the one who don't agree with me, even I put his comment in the top. Even if you insult me. Is that correct, guys? Because I laugh at the stupidity. I am the only one ever people heard him saying, stupidity is amazing. Have you ever heard something like this before? It's me who said that. And I find it really amazing. Stupidity is amazing. There's nothing you can describe it. Nothing can paint it. You cannot frame it. But stupidity is amazing. And this is the stupidity of those people. So everybody is against Israel. They want to kill Israel, and they are wondering why Israel is fighting, why they are attacking Iran, why they are doing that. Oh, maybe they like it. Maybe they like to have war. And people, they shell weapons and bombs over their houses. The Israeli, they love to be killed. They are going after a country which is 75 times bigger than their country. Because that country, they want to play, let us shoot some missiles. Those Israeli are evil. And Putin is good. Look, we have court. Do you see the socks there? I mean, you suck. You potato. So thank you all for being here. Leave your comments, share the video. You don't have to agree. Who cares? I care only for one thing, to be truthful in the front of my Lord. To know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And those who they are hypocrite, they have no God. They have no friends. They have no loyalty. Never friend them, because they have no friends. Never marry from them, because they will never be your spouse. Never adopt them, because they will hate you, even if you are their father, who took them from the orphanage. Never shake hands with them, because they will make your hand dirty. Never, ever trust them, because they will stab you in your back. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade. See ya.